So today I'm talking about how it's so incredibly important to be able to surround yourself with the right kind of people. Now, I know that in your life, the chances are you're going to be around people who do not support you, who do try to belittle you, try to bring you down, try to really control you or dictate where your life is going. Now, who could those people be? It could be your co-workers, it could be your boss, it could even be your partner, your children, even your family. So we're in quite a dilemma, really, because how do we deal with those people who are close in our life and also those people who are just in our life? I mean, we can't really just always quit our job. We can't just send away our children to a place which are no longer near us. We cannot always send away our partner because we love them. We need that money. We need to be around those people. So you could say if it's a last chance, not last chance, if it's one of those things where you just cannot let go of that person because you want them in your life, but they are bringing you down, I have the perfect solution for you because I want to be able to give you the idea and even process that will allow you to experience a sense of empowerment and also to allow yourself to be resourceful around those people. So I want to explain deeply how you can do that. And in fact, it's something that I do as well. I mean, I go on like the hardcore side of surrounding myself with those who I want in my life, but I also appreciate not everyone is willing to do that because I don't know, maybe I've just chosen the right people, or maybe I've just allowed myself to be in a position to be cool with people and to really just be surrounded by those people who I love, and maybe they're just nice to me. Who knows? But I also understand that we're not all in that situation, but what I do have is the solution for you. You see, you are the sum of who you surround yourself with. So if you are surrounding yourself with those who are bringing you down, then of course you are going to experience that sense of lack in your life, or having pressure on you, or being stressed out by those people. And if you consider those people are predominantly in your life, and obviously you're going to be affected by those people. So how can we turn things around to either change those people, maybe, or maybe something else? Because I believe that you have the resources to be able to make that change. And it's pretty simple, really. I mean, I'm not going to say it's quick, but it is pretty simple. So if you are the sum of those around you, like the most that you spend time with, that means you might have to do something about it. And if you cannot let go of that person, if you cannot sever those ties in that friendship, relationship, or even your co-workers and boss, what can we do? Well, what we can do is this. You must surround yourself with people who do lift you up. Consider that for a moment. You see, I surround myself with some of the most intelligent people I actually know, okay? I'm a part of a group where in this case, I actually pay money to be in their company. And it's called like a mastermind, okay? So I pay money to be in this group, which will support me in my business and also, you could say, my lifestyle. And the exact same thing, I can translate that to, I surround myself and I bring more people into my life. Obviously, I don't pay in that situation. And I just bring more people and locate people who can actually help me. You see, if you can stand on the shoulders of a giant, it means you're able to bring your game up as well. So if you are experiencing stress or you're experiencing a lack of confidence, what should you do? You find someone who's a nice person, who is confident or has what you need. If you surround yourself with many people who are confident, then you're going to learn their traits, you're going to enjoy being in their company. If you want to get better in business, of course, you surround yourself with not people who are bad at business or have no business, you surround yourself with people who are good in business. If you want to get better relationships, you are really wanting to surround yourself with people who are good at relationships. The more people you bring into your life who have what you want in terms of mentality, belief systems, and everything else about them, the better you will be. You have to surround yourself with people who lift you up and who you can begin to model and who you inspire to be like. I mean, you probably know that I have my own group of people who want to surround themselves with me on a weekly and monthly basis. So they get the opportunity to speak with me, I get an opportunity to coach them, and that means they're surrounding themselves in my personal tribe. They're surrounding they're surrounding themselves with people of a like mind. We all have the same mission and vision to live a life of total empowerment and freedom for our issues. Now, it is an absolute fact, those people in that group being surrounded by the support that they're currently getting, and my support, is transforming their life. And that is just simple because they're adding more quality people in their life. So you must have a decision to make that you are now going to start to choose to bring more good people into your life. I'm not saying those other people in your life are bad. I know that each situation is different. But if you really want to change and you're not wanting to let go of some of those people who aren't adding or who aren't lifting you up, you have to bring more people who are lifting you up. Because you are the sum of those who you surround yourself with. If you hang around with depressed people, it's pretty simple that you're going to get depressed. If you're surrounding yourself with people with bad money behaviors, you might be picking up a few of those bad behaviors at an unconscious level. Doesn't have to be conscious. So what can you do? You invite more people into your life. How do you find them? Well, that is up to you to figure out. But if, for example, you want to be able to look for people who are of similar nature, not of who you are, but maybe even how you would like to be. If you do that, you will be unconsciously hypnotized by their behavior. You will be picking up their ideas of seeing the world differently. I mean, like I said, the example of if you're hanging around with depressed people, if you hang around with totally happy people all the time, you will unconsciously pick up being happy too. Of course, you have to be with the right kind of happy people, but it makes sense, right? That if you surround yourself with more people who are going to support you and uplift you and who you can model, you're going to make a greater change. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to consider who in your life is actually adding total value to you. Who actually, when you think of them, just bring you up, make you feel wonderful. Go ahead and spend more time with those. Then go ahead and consider on a separate column who you would inspire or aspire to be like. Maybe it's in your health, maybe it's in your relationships, maybe it's in your career or your finances. Whatever it is, I want you to consider the type of person which would give you the most value in a relationship or friendship or just connection level. Then when you do that, I want you to make it your mission to find people who suit those values. Here's the thing, guys. You get to choose who you surround yourself with. That is the absolute fact. I mean, even if it comes to family, you're still choosing to be tied to that person. If it comes to your boss, your coworkers, you're still choosing. I understand the choice. That's absolutely fine by me. But you can now begin to choose who you want in your life and who you bring into your life. So if you want to be able to change the sum of who you are by those people around you, you add more people into your life. You add more great people, the people who you want to be like in every way. It's pretty simple. You just got to consider what's important to you. How do you like to feel most of the time? How would you like to be around people? And then figure out the mirror image of that in other people. You see, you are the mirror of other people, right? You are the mirror of them. So if you change your mirror, you will change a different, or you attract a certain different type of person. If you start to put your radar on confident people and surround yourself with confident people, you're going to get that in return. You're going to be looking out for them. You're going to be attracting them in your life because you're now setting out a signal that this is what you want. But wait, I hear you say, what about those people who are bringing me down? Two things. As I said, you can either let them go. You can just cut them out your life and be at peace with that. I'm okay with that option. I've done that in the past. That's all good with me. But I also understand there's those people who you do not want to cut out of your life, and yet they're bringing you down. So how do we deal with that one? Simply, you be the change you want to see in them. Sounds strange. You know, Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. Well, I say, be the change you want to see in other people. If someone is really, really bringing you down and they're maybe being the most unloving person to you, the most horrible person to you, what do? I pen them in with love. I pen them in with kindness. I pen them in with as much wonderful energy as I possibly can. You see, if I go ahead and do that and get them to begin to make that transformation and allow them to consider the new way of being, they will begin to change as well. If you be the example and pen them in with that beautiful love and joy and passion, you will make that change. So go ahead and do that. You will see the most profound thing. You will be able to experience a deeper level of connection with that person. You see, it's not about changing them. It's about changing yourself, which will allow them to see an example of how they can be as well. If you want someone to change, you have to show them there is a different way of being. The best way of doing that is being the example of it. So be the example that you want to see in the person. Pen them in with love, pen them in with joy, pen them in with any feeling that you actually want them to experience. When you do that, they will begin to see a way of being different. So let's go ahead and recap. If you consider you are the sum of who you hang around with, you may need to add more people to the mix. Think of it as a balancing scale, okay? So if you can just consider like the weighing balance of the scales, if you have lots of negative people, go ahead and add more positive people to even it out or even overload it so you begin to get far more greater pleasure. Or in turn, if you desire, you can go ahead and be the change you want to see in someone. So shine on, shine with them, really, really pen them in with the most beautiful love, the most joy that you possibly can. If you just be totally happy around that person who's totally depressed, trying to bring you down, and you just keep on being strong, whether it takes a day, a week, a month, a year, they will begin to see an example of how they can be different. They may never have ever had that example growing up or in their life. You see, people only see what they see in their environment. Maybe that person is just lacking the shining example. Now you may be that example that is needed in this world. And I really think we are all examples in this world, and we can be the most amazing shining light to that person who needs it most. Have you noticed that? Those who maybe bring us down, maybe they just need the example. Maybe they need the evidence that they can be different. So consider that. Try it out and notice what happens. I'll speak to you soon. Many thanks and goodbye.